What's good? This is Joseph for Run the Comics. Hope you guys are having a great and happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, you guys, from Run the Comics. Man, I've been having a good time. Still working from home as we're still in this pandemic thing, end of 2020. And I wanted to give a haul of a few books which I picked up over the weeks in the last month. Still have a few more that's coming in, but I'm going to wait to drop those. But I didn't want to stall on this particular video, and hopefully this will drop today, which is Christmas Eve, and if not, this will be a Christmas present to you guys, Christmas of 2020. Can't wait till 2021 to get in. But I am excited about these books because I am finishing up a lot of hauls, or should I say a lot of runs, which I've been collecting, and I got some others which I've been trying to get for a while, and I finally pulled the trigger on getting them. But really dope. First lot here is from eBay. A couple of two eBay purchases that I got. And the first one is for a run which I am almost complete. I'm only missing one book, and that's for Tom Strong of America's Best Comics. And what I got off eBay was number 30, 33, 34, and 35, which I believe is the last book in the run. It's 35 or 36. If it's not the last one, I think it's 36. But, so you got those books, and this book here, they actually came in a bag, kind of cool. The company on eBay, which is selling this, and it's based out of California, called Arsenal Comics and Games. If anybody in California know about this comic shop, give a shout out to them. And they had the book, which I am almost complete with all of the books, of all the printings of this particular book, and that's for Once and Future #1. I've been trying to get this book for a long time, trying to wait to pull the trigger on a price which I was willing to pay for it. Not the most expensive of the printings. The last printing, which I do not have, the 8th printing, is the most expensive to get, and it's the hardest to get. But I'm actually have a few listings which I'm looking at. But this is for printing #2, the second printing for Once and Future. I'm so happy to get that. This is the only book which I am collecting all of the printings, the print runs of this. And they had 8, plus a few other books which were exclusives, which I may grab also. But I'm so happy to get that. Great story, one of my favorite stories of 2020, which I will be coming out with a list, hopefully very soon, of all my favorite comics and the different comic creators of 2020 and the books that came out this year that I picked up. I'm not one of those traditional Marvel people or even traditional DC people, even though I get more DC. I need my light. Even though I do get more DC than I do get Marvel, but I get a lot of independent comics also. So let's get down and dirty with these. This next lot here, I got, if I am not mistaken, just looking through real quick. Yeah, I got this from Infinite Realities in Tucker, Georgia. They're one of my LCSs also, one that's near close to my job, but of course I'm not going there, work from home. But sometimes I'll get out there, and I was able to pick up get some books which they were having a sale. So let's see what I got. I got 7 Secrets, #5. It's a good story also. It's a newer series. This is issue #2 for Origins of Boom Studios, which it seems like a lot of stories these days. I don't know if it's because of the climate, the times we're living in. A lot of post-apocalyptic stories. So you'll see a lot of those, but it's interesting when some of them kind of twist the narrative of how it starts or what they're trying to do to survive it or overcome it. So Origins is very interesting. Its story is very similar to another one that is out now, but they have a little twist on it. I was able to find this, which is for one of my favorite books of 2020 also, from Image Comics, John Hickman and also Mike Huddleston, and that is Decorum #1. This is variant cover for that, which I was happy to pick this up. 50 cents. I tell you, that's how much it was. It was half off. And he had a bunch of dollar books. This book, I did not get 50 cents, but I got it half off. There was a half off sale. And I've been trying to find it at a good, decent price. And I was able to find this, especially for this being the first printing of the book. And that's for 7 to Eternity, number 3, the first printing of number 3. So happy to get that. And speaking of 7 to Eternity, he also had this one, which is number 6, the Spawn homage, not homages, but the Spawn books, because Image, all the books had a special Spawn for the 25th anniversary of Image Comics. Had a Spawn book, so this is their Spawn book for 7 to Eternity, issue number 6. I was able to find these books which were on my which were on eBay, where they both owned by the same company. Were my eBay wish list, had in my cart, and it is for Excellence Image number 7. Try and get the rest of these, catch up. I think they're coming out in a slower volume. And number 8. Really dope. About a family of magicians. And speaking of Tom Strong previously, this is another copy of Tom Strong number 1, Alex Ross cover. You know I love you some Alex Ross. Really dope. And here we have Gen 13, number 6. This, I believe, I don't know if this is the first, this is cover A, but this is a Jim Lee cover for Gen 13, number 6. There's my light. I'm in the garage, I'm in the dungeon. So it's on and off sometimes. I was able to pick up Savage Dragon number 33. I grabbed this one because this was the birth of Savage Dragon's son. His name is Michael, I believe. That's 33, which is a very interesting shot. And here is a special book for a lot of comic shops, which is Spawn 312. This is the one where we have all the different comic shops that were a part of this program to have their names listed rather than the creators of the book. And funny, because the place where I got this book is actually on here. And if I can find them. Here it is. It's not at the bottom, it's near the bottom. Infinite Realities. Right there, Infinite Realities Comics. That's my LCS. So, real happy for them. I spent a little too much time trying to find that book, but gotta give them a shout out. Now here we go to our, I'm a Green Lantern fan. You know I'm a Green Lantern fan. These are Green Lantern books that I picked up there. Could have got more than this, but these are just the Green Lantern books that I got. First, we have a reprint. This is Green Lantern Green Arrow number 7. This is a reprint. It's an early reprint, but really dope. We have Green Lantern, Our Worlds at War number 1. With Kyle Rayner on the cover. Illustrated by Jay Lee. We have Green Lantern number 100. They had like 3 of these. I want to get the other 2, but this was the one that they had. Let me see if I can tighten it up a little bit. There you go. All right. We have Green Lantern 164, 168, 176, and then we get into another volume. This is Green Lantern number 6, Black Hand. This is prior to Blackest Day, or Blackest Night, and number 7. And Green Lantern Corps during the Blackest Night, 43, which this is a variant of that. Really dope. I was able to find Justice Society of America number 25, which is the first appearance, I believe. I don't think it's of Osiris. I think it may have been Osiris, but it is a key. Number 25. Alex Ross cover. We have the Wrlds Collide from the DC and Milestone. I'm doing collaboration with the DC and Milestone. This is still in the wrap. Still got the stickers in the bag. And I have two of these. I have two versions. I think there's a platinum version which I need to get. But this is one we have kind of an orange title. I have the one with a yellow title. This is the second one I have. I would like the platinum one bagged if possible. We have Superman. We went through that little blue Superman phase. Superman 134. The reason why I got this is because it's part of the Millennium Giants, Millennial Giants type of tie-in with different characters, and it makes a connecting cover of 9 covers. 3 at the feet, 3 at the torso, and 3 at the head. So this is one. I think I have like 3 of these so far, 3 or 4. So that's another one. I've been grabbing up 52 when I can. DC's 52 event, week 14. $31. $32. Every time I go to a shop that has all these 52s, I see if they have the keys in this 52 line, like the first appearance of Batwoman. But all those keys, they're not there. This is 37. Booster Gold. Also, I was able to pick up Justice League 46, which is I'm missing some in the 40s. I have almost this entire run, but I'm missing about 4 more that's in the 40s. So they had one, 46, I was able to grab that. Actually, no. I kind of threw this in here, but this is actually part of the Walmart bag, bundle that I got at Walmart. And it comes with 4 books. DC and Marvel both have books. So this did not come from Infinite Realities, it came from Walmart. And with this one came these, which are Flash 755, Superman 22, which is the variant. And this is the variant for Nightwing 71, which I probably would get rid of these. We're not into those. Superman, I don't know, I may keep that one because I have been reading some of those. I had some of the earlier ones. But going back to Infinite Realities, we have Justice League 32. I already have this, but I do not have the variant cover, which is illustrated by one of my favorite artists, Jerome Opeña. Trinity on there. We have the last book of the run, I believe. I think they still have a book number 66 for the Endless Winter event they're having. But for Aquaman 65, and I'm excited to have this because I started collecting Aquaman for Rebirth, and the first book that I got was illustrated by, I think it was my first or either my second Joshua Middleton book. And this is, I believe, the last Joshua Middleton for Aquaman cover that he'll do. So that's 65 with Aquaman and Mera. Beautiful cover, really beautiful. He actually is the reason why I started collecting Aquaman, but it was actually a very good series, especially started earlier on. I have here, let's make sure I got the right books. These are, yep, some more. Far Sector number 9. Still collecting that series. Because you know I am a Green Lantern head, so gotta stay up to Green Lanterns. And of course the Eponius, and everybody's grabbing these books. The comic community is just making this guy popular, and that's Darkhawk. And this is Darkhawk number 30, so eventually they gotta do something with him because people have been boosting all these Darkhawk books and just making his just making these books kind of go up. Not really in price, but you can find them. Hey, you're getting these things for like $1. This is 31, so I have 30, 31. Trying to get this whole series. I'm almost there. I'm a big Nightcrawler fan. I was able to find this, which I think is from his volume 3 or volume 4. And this cover was illustrated by Greg Land, and that's Nightcrawler. It's actually an interesting story too. Pretty dope. And this book right here, I was looking for it, and I think I'm missing one more book for the connecting cover. This is for X-Men #1, and I have the one with Magneto, and I also have the Absolute Carnage homage to this that was illustrated by Knots. So that's really dope. I was able to find also Marvels. This is book 2 of 4. I always get the ones with the pull away covers or the peekaboo cover or the little plastic which you can pull back covers, like window covers. Those are dope. These are the last ones from Infinite Realities. We have Black Panther #22 during the Civil War event. We have Black Panther #6, which I've been trying to find. So I finally I'm caught up to Black Panther. There's a few more towards the end, which I need to get. But the whole beginning section, I finally got them all. Black Panther #6, I've been trying to get this for the longest. I'm glad I did not get it online because they were paying way more than I would have paid. And I only paid 50 cents for this. So, cool. And I finally complete this run. Like I said, this run, this is a lot. Spider-Man Life Story. This is the one I've been trying to get. I already have all the others. Now I finally have Life Story #5, the 2000s. Basically showing Spider-Man as he ages according to the years. So this is the 2000s. So I have this. So now I can read that story. And the rest of these are Immortal Hulk books. I wanted to catch up with these. And I was able to find these at the store to get that discount rather than getting them online, which I was about to get them online, but I'm glad I did not. And that's for Immortal Hulk #30 with the original Hulk. #31. #33 with the legacy numbering of 750. Yeah, 33, 750. We have the Chadwick. I already have 38. The timeless variant from Alex Ross. But this is the Chadwick Boseman commemorance issue 38. Like I said, all these are Alex Ross covers. All these Immortal Hulks. And this is 39. So all those were picked up from Infinite Realities in Tucker, Georgia. If you're in the Atlanta area, check them out. One of the best shops, very friendly, have great sales there. Check them out if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, East Side. All right. Now, these books were picked for another group of books that I got online, but instead of with eBay, I got it with a comic eBay or comic store or comic shop or mall of that. Basically, it's all like an eBay for comic sellers. A place called Hip Comic, and I got these. I believe it's from Cyberspace Comics. But really got to knock out a lot of my Tom Strong books from this one. So let's get it cracking. We have Tom Strong #14, 18. My light be tripping sometimes. 23. If you don't know about Tom Strong, check him out. America's Best Comics. Was it Chris Sproul? Chris Sproul? Not Sproul. Yeah, I think it's Sproul. But he's the illustrator. We have a lot of guest artists, a lot of guest writers. This is number 25. 26. $27. Who's this one? And these were like, start off at 50 cents. Got them like mostly from like $1 or something. It's 36. Which, if I'm not mistaken, this is the, oh yeah, Chris Spruce. That was the illustrator. And Alan Moore was the author, the main author, but we had other authors come in. But this is the last book of the series, 36. I'm missing one book, I'm missing 31. It's the only one you need to get. This is another part of the Tom Strong. There's like a universe of even his, and then he's in a greater universe within the America's Best Comics lineup. This is Tom Strong's Terrific Tales featuring, and this is number 6. This is just, I don't know who illustrated this. It's just this illustration style is just crazy to me. But I had to grab this one because I wasn't going to grab it at first. This is Tom Strong's Terrific Tales number 9. Kind of the old style. This is Tom Strong's Terrific Tales number 10 featuring Johnny Future. Cover illustration by Art Adams, Author Adams. Love Author Adams' work. He did a lot of these covers. Like did this one and did the next one coming up. That's number 12, which I believe this is the last issue of the Terrific Tales of Tom Strong. Dope. Legion of Superheroes number 3, main cover by Ryan Sook. We have this one right here, which I already have this book, but they had it, and I said, let me grab it again, which you don't find many of these out in the wild. Especially the first volume. We have issue number 1 of Battle Angel Alita, illustrated and written by Yukito Kishiro. You don't find these in the wild, man. But when you find them, grab them, especially the first run, first story. I think they had about, or first volume, I think they had about 8. But really dope. It's my second of those. I've always seen this book, but I said, let me go and grab it. And this is for Odyssey. This is Matt Fraction illustrated and written and illustrated by Christian Ward. So I decided to grab that. We have Catwoman number 4, Art Germ cover, really dope. I saw this, I said, yeah, gotta grab that. Beautiful. I have a few others from this. I mean, just getting the best looking ones for this. This is mainly for cover grabs. This is just beautiful work from Art Germ. And another Art Germ book, which I was surprised to find, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 1 variant, Art Germ illustrated. He doesn't do a lot of men, so you can get some books of him, of guys, it's really dope, and this especially of Spider-Man. These books are actually for Avengers, but the cover is a variant for the Century, and it doesn't have that classic look, which I was like, wow, this is really dope. And so this is actually issue number, it's the Avengers, let me just double check. I think it's, don't even have anything on the back. But it has a Ditko style cover, which is actually Ramita. But yeah, this is the New Avengers. I have New Avengers number 8 and 9. But he's actually Ramita cover for this one, 8. John Romita. New Avengers 8 and New Avengers 9, another classic cover. Classic looking cover, really dope. I want to get the others. I want to get 1 through 7, the variant for those, which has the main heroes on the cover. This book I showed online on Facebook page, and I just wanted to show you. This is really dope. I have not collected any. I don't collect many Batman books, and this is the first book that I have of Grendel, who is I think he's in like a lot of books now from, I don't know, I think Dark Horse maybe, but he was with Comico. And this is a Batman and Grendel book by Matt Wagner, illustrated and written by Matt Wagner. It is the Devil's Mask and Devil's Riddle. Devil's Riddle was number 1, and Devil's Riddle's number 1, Devil's Mask number 2. That is really dope to find these. Oh, I know where these are from. These are from Infinite Reality also. But I went back again to get these. I went to Infinite Realities 2 times for 2 different sales. Actually, it's the same sale. I just went the 1 week and I went back again a week later. So all these are 50-cent comics actually. Some more Green Lantern love. We have Green Lantern 189. I was like, these books look familiar. These are the first books that I bought the first time. And Green Lantern 195. This is from volume 2. Another Green Lantern. This is Green Lantern number 10. It's from volume 3. We have Green Lantern Corps Recharge number 1. Go. Back to 52. We have 52 week 33. So there's Batwoman on there. Nightwing falling off. And they had a number of Super Sons book, which I am glad they're gonna do some more work with Super Sons, which is my favorite teaming of Damian Wayne and John Kent. They have an online, I don't know if it's I think it's maybe a one-shot called The Challenges or The Challenge of the Super Sons. But I really miss them being the young heroes. We don't like how they grew, they aged. John and Damon, he's older, he's getting a little bit bigger, but you know. Adventures of Super Sons, number 4. I'm glad that Tomasi is still writing Super Sons. Adventures of Super Sons, number 5. Wish it would have had the whole run. 11. And then the last issue of the run, the 12th issue Maxi series, is number 12. So I just need to get, I think, 3 and then a few, I think about 5 or 6 more to get. Already have this one, but this is the variant which I do not have, which is illustrated by Matina. It's Justice League number 11. It's the variant, which of course in Matina fashion, a very dark book, even though it has a light on it. He does all these dark illustrations, or I don't know if he just likes to take pictures of his work dark. That's number 11 variant. Because I have this, I'm gonna show you, I got some pops the other day, but this is Infinity Warp's Weapon Hex number 2. I have number 1 already, but I actually, when I was at Wrlds, I was able to find this. This is a little break from a comics. Here's some pops. From the Infinity Warps, I have Arachnite, Wrlds exclusive, and I have Iron Hammer. They both glow in the dark. He's a mix of Iron Man and Thor. And Arachnite is a mix of Moon Knight and Spider-Man. So they have the Captain America one, but I wasn't able to get it. And also, since I mentioned Nightcrawler, they have the Nightcrawler from the movies pop. And lastly, I found Halo. The Master Chief with M840 assault rifle in active camo mode, the invisible mode. And the cool thing about this is I actually have the figure. The figure you put together it connects with magnets. I think you got that. I might get that. I got it. It's so long ago when I was playing 360 Halo a lot, and I actually have the figure, so this would go great with it. So this is dope. So back to those comics. You saw the Infinity Warps, Weapon X, which is a mix of Wolverine, Weapon X, and I think Scarlet Witch. So trying to get all those Infinity Warps, because I think that's kind of cool, those blends. Here's some more lots of Alex Ross action right here. Which one I did not have, JSA 72. That's really dope. But these I do have, so these are duplicates, but I always, when I see them, especially for cheap, and they're in good condition, I grab them. Shazam for JSA 73. '74. '76. And the last one, which this character is on TV now, talking about Stargirl, JSA 81. Really dope. I actually read this book. I've always seen this book, but I actually read it. It's actually a pretty good story. So I saw this, and it is for, they had the store incentive version, but this is for Image Comics Rose #1. Girl imbued with some magical properties, powers that are, she still haven't acquired them yet, but they're imbued through a totem, which is like hers, like a cat. But they're called cats anyway. It's all different cats, different power sets, and they're, they help their villages and their nations, and it seems like they've been killed off, but she's like one of the last ones. So really cool. Or you think they've been killed off, or have they? Or have they not? And then lastly, from Infinity Realities, is this book. I have this, but this is a variant which I do not have, illustrated by John Cassaday, a really dope artist, and that is for Reborn #1. Really dope cover. So glad I found that one there. And last books, which is from my main LCS, the one that's close, well, not the closest to me. I have another book store that's closer to me. But this place right here, ooh, about to win. Look, 28 out there. Let me get this video out the way. A lot of these are on my pool, but some are not. These ones right here are not, ones in the beginning and end. Giga #2, new series, interesting story about these mechs or these robots that kind of went dormant or died, and people actually living around them, they consider them as gods. So it's interesting about the tales surrounding those, but that's Giga #2. Going back to 7 to Eternity, I grabbed this one, which was not a new one, it's #9, but I got it because it was illustrated by Trad Moore. It's a variant of 7 to Eternity, #9, illustrated by Trad Moore. Really dope book, so I had to grab that one. But 7 to Eternity is back putting out books, and this is the recent book, issue #15, 7 to Eternity. Gotta read this. I already posted this book on my Instagram. You follow me on Instagram, run the comments on Instagram. Decorum #6, and this is the A cover. One of my favorite for 2020 books. Really dope, really dope. The art, Mike Huddleston is dope. The art, but the graphic design, the designer, I forgot her name, but I'm following her on Instagram now. Let me look it up because I want to give shout outs. If I can give shout outs to people and let you know about people you should follow, I definitely want to do that. Hashtag referral game. Sasha E. Head is the designer who does the design for this book. And this design for this book, she's a dope artist herself, but Sasha does a lot of design work for other books besides Decorum, but the stuff she does for Decorum is like groundbreaking. It's like really dope. It's like high art stuff. So shout out to Sasha Head. Another one of my favorite books of 2020, Once and Future, #14 just came out, this story. And the way they introduce new tales from British folklore into this book is just so dope. And I just want to see them continue to do that, bring new characters, new stories that are coming into the world, and really centered around King Arthur, and this story about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table and Merlin, but all these, a power struggle, trying to bring him back, that these aren't just stories, there's some power in this. So that's really dope. Another series, which is It's a slow read compared to others like Once and Future. It's like a fast read. You can really go through that, read it. The artwork, really, the pacing of it is very well. This one is a new book, great premise, authored by Donnie Cates, really top author, putting out stuff from Marvel and Image. But crossover number 2, really interesting story, but it's a slow read. It really is building the world, it's building the characters slowly. It's really trying to build a lot of suspense as to how this all happened with these the name dropping and the imagery dropping in here is crazy. It's like they're pulling characters from Marvel, DC, Image, and put them in here either by little images, little images about them, or they'll name drop, and that's dope. I like how they do that. But it's a slow read, but it's building up. I like to see where it's going, and some of them are out of the bubble, and some of them most of them are in the bubble. And the main character is trying to go in the bubble because she think her parents are there when this big event happened that's making all this comics come to life. Every comic, not just the main ones, but every comic. So crazy. We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 4. Interesting book. The one thing I do not like about this book is the Matina effect. There's a lot of dope artwork in here, but the thing about it is dark. They use a lot of dark colors, and it's sometimes hard to see. I'd be like trying to look real hard, trying to get in the light so I can see. And it's supposed to be in space, and you really, it gives you the mood that you are reading a comic and you're in space reading this. But some of the images you can't really see very well, and that's the only down part, especially when you're trying to see something that's specific. They're really talking about it. You want to see it and you can't see it because it's the imagery is so dark. The coloring is so dark on this. I see where they're going with the tone. The tone fits, but I think you should have lightened up just a little bit so you can see some of these panels, which is very difficult for a lot of the panels in the book. But it's an interesting story. I can see where it's gonna go next, especially after this issue. I can see where it's gonna go next for number 5. But that was We Only Find Them. They're gods that they're finding. They're mostly dead. Right. Sarah and the Royal Stars, number 9. I like this series. Another series about gods. I said I was going to do a video talking about the gods of comics compared to the god of reality, and my thoughts on theology and comics. And I get in that in 2021. And there's a lot of books I have now that's really talking about gods and really talking about theological matters. And I really think it's a great time to really discuss these things, especially going into, the election just passed, we're gonna have a new president. All these things a lot of things are gonna start changing. So I really want to talk about theology and comics. And if you really want to see me discuss that, maybe even have a panel with some other comic heads, let me know below. See if that would be something that'd be interesting in me talking about. But this is actually a good series, Sarah and the Royal Stars from Vault Comics. Vault Comics put out some dope material. Back to my Justice League. This is Justice League 58. This is the Endless Winter storyline, and this is going from this into Future State, which will happen next. So this is going to be a very interesting 2021 when it comes to DC and their properties, and them restarting, but not truly restarting. It's kind of like a new thing, and then they're going to go into the regular after Future State, which I think is, for some comics, there's only 2 issues. For others, like Batman, they actually have 4-issue miniseries. So, speaking of the winter special, this is Superman Endless Winter Special. I got this because of the cover. The cover is sick, really dope. Look at that. Ew. Yeah. That makes Superman look domineering right there. And here we go, getting into this. Let me get this one first. Green Lantern Season 2, number 10. This is variant cover. I'm just getting variant colors. Come to the Green Lantern books. What are they going to do with Hal Jordan in this? After Future State. I see John Stewart. I see, I think I saw something with Kyle. They got, what's her name? Mo from Far Sector. She's gonna be a part of the Future State Justice League, and she'll be in the new Justice League. I think they're doing stuff with, I don't know if there's some Kyle Gardner, but I think they're doing stuff with dude who used to be the Warrior. What's his name? Redhead dude? Forgot his name. Has stuff for him, I believe. What's up with Hal Jordan? Y'all just trying to. But you know what? If they put out just things like this, maybe they'd have a season 3. Just Hal Jordan in space doing his own thing. Space cop, just going other sectors and doing stuff. That's dope. So we're gonna see how this one goes. I actually been enjoying it. And now we get into this death metal stuff. This is Dark Knight's Death Metal, the last stories of the DC Universe. I have a few more of these death metal compilation, like extra compilation series, other stories that are going around the DC Universe during this death metal time. So we only have like, I think, a couple more. Thank you, Lord. These things are like $8.99 or something like that. Crazy. I got the variant for this one last time, but I did not get the issue number 1. They didn't have it at the time, but they actually got some in. So I got issue number 1, the foil cover for Dark Knight's Death Metal 5, and also Dark Knight's Death Metal 6. Shine, foil cover. Continuing with that, stack of books are packing up. We have Dark Knight's Death Metal 6, the variant, Art Germ variant, Miracle Man. We have one more. Ends at 7. Ends at 7. Yes. And more of that Dark Knight's universe, the Dark Multiverse. We have Tales from Dark Multiverse, Crisis on Infinite Earths, the retelling of Crisis on Infinite Earths in the Dark Universe, and Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Flashpoint. With the Reverse Flash, that's gonna be ill. And these last books, these are the last 2. I was able to find this, which I'm almost done with this entire run of the first volume of Black Hammer. This is issue number 11. And this last book is actually a rare book. It's like a 1 in 200, but I was able to find it for $2. And it is for independent comic called Tuskegee Heirs, Flames of Destiny. And this is a variant for Amalgam Comics and Games up in Philly. And this is number 1, written by Greg Burnham and illustrated by Marcus Williams. Really happy to find this joint. Really happy, really dope. So that's my mega haul again for Run the Comics. Hope you enjoyed it, liked it. Like, share, subscribe. The comic book community online has really been dope. Really giving community, really sharing community, and a lot of things I'm building here that hopefully I can get some runs and really try to hone in on what I love, which is mainly Green Lantern and some of these other fantasy and sci-fi books, which I really love, and some of these other characters that I'm really into, and hope to get a horizontal, a lateral 5-drawer file cabinet to put these in, because I have all these, have my short box over here, long boxes down here on the floor. So I really like to get these all in some type of storage to be able to hold and keep. So this is really dope. Can't wait for my other books to get in. Hope they come today. I don't know if mail's running on Christmas Eve, but we'll see. If not, hopefully on Saturday. But this is for Run the Comics. Hope you dug it. Definitely subscribe and all of the stuff I said earlier, but also subscribe to other comic book creators and content creators. I'm gonna try and put out some other content besides just haul videos. That's the crux of my comics, right? Of my channel right now. But I want to start doing some others talking about comics, talking about the philosophy of comics and just the artists and who produce these comics, and hopefully even get into a point where I can start interviewing some. If you think that would be dope, comment below. But for Run the Comics, it's Joseph Banks, and I'm out. Grace and peace. Have a blessed holidays. Yep.